everybody, welcome to another week of Makers Monday. I am Anastasia Radloff, aka Stampin' Blondie, and I hope you all had a wonderful week and weekend and are ready to jump back into the week and work on some Halloween projects step by step with me here today. Now let me just make sure that I'm live here on Facebook. If you're watching, make sure to comment, say hi, let me know that you're watching. It's always fun to see where everybody is joining me from each week. Now if you're watching this via replay here on my Facebook or on my YouTube channel, make sure to comment, say hi, and let me know that you were able to watch me via replay this week. Now can you believe that Halloween is almost here? This Sunday is Halloween, and I'm super excited to bring you the final part in my Crafting Halloween series this week. Now last week I did two Halloween projects featuring the Cutest Halloween stamp set. And today I'm going to be featuring that same stamp set, but I'll be creating two 3D treat packages, and these are so cute. Perfect for gifting all of your friends, neighbors, coworkers, or anybody else that you would just like to share a little candy with here and there along your day. Now, it looks like I'm here live on Facebook, so hi Dawn, Cindy, Connie, thank you all for joining me this week. I'm really looking forward to crafting these projects with you and showing you how quick and easy it is to create some treat packages with two pieces of 6x6 designer series paper. That is all we are needing today. A very quick and easy, so cute. So, as always, each week I do something called Prize Patrol. So if you're new to watching, welcome. Sorry. Right before I hit live, I was having those throat issues again like last week, but I've got my water here and all ready to go, so I may be taking some water sips as I go through. Thank you, Carol, for asking. Like I said, it just started to act up as soon as right before I go live. I don't know what's going on. All right, so we are going to be featuring the Cutest Halloween stamp set today, but like I mentioned, I do something each week called Prize Patrol. So if you are new, like I said, welcome. Each week I go live on Monday, 5 p.m. Arizona time. Right now we're aligning with Pacific time zone, so Pacific. Joan, I am here in Tucson, Arizona, so it is unlike Cindy in the stormy Pacific Northwest. It is a hot and dry day here in the southwest of Arizona. So thank you, Joan, for watching. For Prize Patrol, each week all you have to do is share this video and comment that you shared to be entered. It's that easy, very, very easy to be able to enter into Prize Patrol. So I randomly select a winner each week that will receive the prize of the week, and then I ship that out to them. And very simple and quick and a fun way to enter into my Prize Patrol. Now, you have to make sure that you comment shared after you shared, because sometimes due to your privacy settings, Facebook doesn't always allow me to see that you shared. So make sure to comment share, and I can get you entered into that Prize Patrol. So I have not been able to see the doctor yet. They couldn't get me in until November 3rd. So next week. So fingers crossed I can get some answers then. But I did buy an over-the-counter inhaler that I've been taking, so that seems to help a little bit, but I still want to go to the doctor just to find out exactly what the problem is. All right, let's go ahead and talk about our Prize Patrol. So last week, let me switch the camera here. Last week, our Prize Patrol was a package of the black matte dots and a Stampin' Write black marker. So I showed you last week how to use this Stampin' Write marker to do a really fun splatter technique. So if you have not seen that technique, make sure to check out my video last week. If you just scroll down my Stampin' Blondie Facebook page, you'll find it, or on my YouTube page, it's there as well. But really fun splatter with the Stampin' Write marker. And then a package of the black enamel dots. So our winner for this week, I forgot to write her name on a piece of paper, but I pulled it earlier today. And it is, I hope she's watching, it is Lee Curvin. So I hope she usually watches. So congratulations, Leanne. You are our Prize Patrol winner from last week for sharing our video. So our Prize Patrol was matte black dots and the black Stampin' Write marker. Really fun technique if you have not checked that out yet. Now this week, I kind of want to show you one of these items is actually our Prize Patrol for the week, and these are all brand new items, not released yet. They will be released on November 1st for customers to pre-order, but as a perk of being a demonstrator, we can pre-order these items to show you all ahead of time. So this is the new Eden's Garden suite that is coming out November 1st. Now some of these items will be in our January through June mini catalog, obviously debuting in January. But some of these items are exclusive to this promotion starting November 1st and our wall supplies last. So my favorite in all of this are these garden gems. So they are cherry cobbler and what is this color? It's escaping me right now. Let's see. It is whatever this green color is. Oh my gosh, I can't remember. Usually these are like all off the top of my head. Let's see, I got it right here. Soft succulent. There we go. Soft succulent. So cherry cobbler and soft succulent gems, very pretty. I like that this is like a non-traditional color or shape. It's not round, it's not square, it's different than what we've had before. So these gems and this designer series paper are wall supplies last, and the Eden's Garden stamp set. It's really fun because if you guys have watched my videos before, I talk about this a lot. I love stamp sets that have images and sentiments all together in one. So the Eden's Garden stamp set has both images and sentiments, and the Eden's Garden dies. These are really pretty, intricate, very fun to cut out. I used some of these this weekend, so I am loving the way these look. But these dies and the stamp set will be in the January through June catalog. But this designer series paper is actually our Prize Patrol for this week. So I'm going to show you guys this paper. This is a specialty designer series paper, meaning that it has gold foil throughout. So one side has gold foil, and I'll try to tilt it so you guys can see that shimmer here. And then the opposite side does not have foil, so you can use whichever side for your project that you like. The two main colors in this are soft succulent and evening evergreen, and then gold. So we only have 3 colors in this package of paper. So really fun designs. This has a really subtle gold foiling in it, and then the opposite side, different pages. Opposite side here, we have just the evening evergreen and the white. This one is got all 3 colors, evening evergreen, soft succulent, and gold. This one has more gold foiling in it with some of the fern leaves, and then the evening evergreen splatter on the back side. More ferns with the gold foiling throughout here. The main color on this one is the basic white, but the back side does have that foil paper or the watercolor look. So you may see like some of these look a little darker on your screen. It's because it's meant to look like that. It kind of has like a watery water flow look to it. So it's definitely meant to be a variation of color. Now this one has little teeny tiny dots of gold foiling, so you may not even see that on your camera, but this has very subtle gold foil. And then ombre on the back from soft succulent to evening evergreen. This is my favorite one. Look at that shimmer. I love this gold. This is perfect because not only can you use this for feminine projects, you can use it for masculine, Christmas. These are all perfect for Christmas. The back side, just the soft succulent evening evergreen on the back here. And then our final piece with the gold foil and the ferns. And then our soft succulent and basic white here. Now, is that a coincidence that my shirt is soft succulent as well today? You'll just have to find out, I guess. But this paper is available starting November 1st. This and the Garden Gems are while supplies last. The Eden's Garden, you can buy all of these items separately or as the Eden's Garden bundle with just the stamp set and the dies, or the entire suite, which has all 4 different products here. I'm gonna definitely buy more of these Garden Gems when it opens up to everybody. As demonstrators, we can only pre-order select numbers just so that there is enough for everybody. But our prize patrol for this week is the Eden's Garden Designer Series paper. It's a specialty paper with that gold foiling. Very, very beautiful. Okay. Next up, the last announcement that I have, my fall creative retreat. If you are here in Tucson, deadline to register for this is this coming Friday. So I talked about this before. I've done 2 online retreats, and now I'm doing my very first in-person retreat. My ultimate goal is to be able to offer both online and in-person for future events. So my previous 2 were online only. This one is in person only, unfortunately, for those that are out of Tucson. But for those that are in Tucson, deadline is this coming Friday. We're going to make 8 make and take projects. You'll have time to work on your own projects that you've had laying around that you just haven't had the time to be able to create. There will be 3 gifts throughout the day, 2 optional add-on classes, use of my ink pads, die cutting machine dies. It's going to be a lot of fun. So if you haven't registered, deadline is this Friday. The link to the details of the full event will be in the description of this video after I'm done here tonight. So if you're in Tucson, you don't want to miss this. It's going to be a lot of fun. So my goal is to be able to bring you both in person and online coming in the new year. So I'm looking forward to that. I do that with my Stampin' Bingo right now. So Stampin' Bingo is virtual and online, or it's not virtual and in person. So we're gonna try to do both online and in person for a fall creative retreat. Spring, winter, whatever I decide to call it. All right, today's projects are featuring the Cutest Halloween stamp set. Now this stamp set is actually a bundle that comes with a coordinating punch, but today we're just using the stamp set. So we will not be using the punch. Get that in view for you guys here. And we are gonna be creating these 2 adorable little treat boxes. Now I wanna turn them on the side so you guys can see the difference. Kind of from above, they look a bit the same, but once you turn them on their side, you can really see how different they look. Now, these fit. I got these, this bag of Hershey's assorted candies. So we're gonna put a pumpkin and then 2 of these little Hershey's will fit in this bag. The pumpkin will go in the trick-or-treat bag. So these feature the Cute Halloween 6x6 Designer Series paper, and we're gonna do a bunch of folding and scoring. So these are really fun to create. We're actually gonna start with this one here first. Now from the top you can see it's like a little mini gift bag. Super adorable, very, very easy to create. Now if you're joining me for the first time, sorry about that, or if you need a reminder, each week I provide a project PDF on my website, stampinblondie.com. If you go on there, it's the first post of the day. And this has all of the item names, item numbers, prices, and the dimensions for both of the projects that we're going to be creating today. So you can pair this project PDF with the video and be able to create these projects side by side with me. Now, if you do decide to make these projects, I would love to see them on my Create with Stampin' Blondie Facebook group. If you're not on that group, just search Create with Stampin' Blondie and it'll be perfect for you to post all of the photos of your projects that you are going to create with me today. Now I know Cindy is on here, and she always creates projects, so I am excited to see what she makes each week too. Now Cindy had posted on here about a gift card. She was wanting to know if one of these could fit a gift card. Now this is just a business card. It may be a little tight for this, but you can always try. You can always pair this with a gift card and maybe like use a little glue dot and stick the gift card to the back or something. Okay, our project pieces today. I made this little template just so you guys can see it a little easier. When I score it on the designer series paper, you won't get to see these score lines as well as this piece of basic white cardstock. So let's get all our paper, and we are going to use that coordinating designer series paper. Now all of these supplies, the stamp set, the designer series paper, these are found on page 51 of our July through December mini catalog. So the Cutest Halloween stamp set, it comes, you can bundle it with the Halloween punch, and then this designer series paper here on the bottom. Okay, this paper comes 6 by 6 already, so you don't have to cut it down to size or anything. And I'm gonna move this here to the side just so I can make sure that what I'm telling you is correct as I score it. So whatever paper, so this is dual-sided. All of our designer series paper, our pattern paper is dual-sided. Whatever pattern you have that you want to be the main pattern of your project, you want that to be up while we score. So we're gonna first take our 6 by 6 designer series paper. This is our scoreboard. If you have not used one of these before, they're perfect for scoring 3D projects, card bases. I love this. Use it all the time. You can see my 2 main score lines that I do for card bases. And our 6 by 6 designer series paper, our pattern is going the right way. Along this top 6-inch side, we're gonna score at 3 1/4, 2 3/4, 3 1/2, and 5 1/2. Now, like I mentioned, all of these score details are on the bottom of this the free PDF, so you don't have to write any of this down. You can just reference the PDF and it's all on there. All right, we're gonna turn our paper just a 1/4 turn, and we're gonna score at 3/4 and 4 3/4, and that's it for this one. So we're gonna move this off to the side. I'm still gonna keep my guide here in view so I can show you guys here and this here. All right, we're gonna take some scissors and we're gonna make some cuts. Now you can't really see on my designer series paper, but there is a little tab that is right here at the bottom, so it'll just look like this. There's a little tab that has a score line that goes across here. We're gonna cut that little square out first. So we have that little there. Now, because I'm right-handed, to get this angle cut, for me, it's easier to flip it over and cut it upside down. If you're left-handed, you may be able to cut a little easier, but I'm gonna cut going up here, but for me it's easier just to flip it and do an angle cut right into there. So it's not at a specific height there, it's just I did a little angle cut. Now at the bottom we have these little square tab boxes again, and we're gonna cut those to the first score line, and we're gonna make little tabs. And we're gonna cut here as well. Now I made these little slits, so this will make sure that the box goes together a little easier. So you're just gonna take your scissors and do a little angled cut to snip off some of the paper. And that just holds it in place a little better when you cut this. Oh, my husband's home. Everybody tell him to get off the internet so that my so it doesn't eat all of my bandwidth for my video. Okay, so now we're gonna fold our paper together. That's all we have to do with our template here. I'm gonna bring in my bone folder. Bone folders are great for crisping up our lines. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fold every score line back. So just find the score line and fold it. It's a little hard, even for me, to see on this designer series paper, so I'm just running my hand down and finding the score line. And I'm just going to fold it and burnish it with my bone folder. Down here too, find the score line just with your fingers, because it's a little tricky depending on what designer series paper you use. If it's a little darker, it may be a little harder to see the score line like I am right now. Now this top score right here, we folded all of these in. This top one we're gonna fold back, and that's gonna give us that topper look to our paper. Okay. Now because we have that, we're gonna glue this down first. I'm just gonna use Stampin' Seal for this. So we're just gonna do one strip towards the top of the paper and one strip towards that first score line, and we're just gonna lay it over. Now your designer series paper may be upside down. You may not have even noticed that my designer series paper up here was upside down. So don't even worry about the direction. It'll be covered up and it'll still look great. Okay, so we've got our box. Now because we folded that top down, you may have to re-burnish some of your scores, because now this paper is doubled up. So the first time it was really easy to kind of fold it. The second it is it's just doubled up, so it's a little more tough to get those creases in. All right, on this little tab here, I'm gonna use tear and tape adhesive. If you've never used tear and tape adhesive, it's very easy to use. We're gonna run it down this little tab here, and we're gonna, it's really easy because you don't have to cut it. It's really easy to just tear the paper. I like to use my take your pick tool to peel off my adhesive backing. See, you can tell my husband's home because he's sucking up all the internet and it looks like it's lagging. So it's all recorded. So if you aren't able to watch and it's not, it's lagging a lot for you, then just, it's all recorded. You can come back and watch it later. All right, so we have our tear and tape adhesive on this little tab here, and I'm just gonna fold it over to seal that up to create our box. Okay, I'm gonna tuck these in, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna tuck the little flaps in first, and then on this here, we're gonna add another piece of tear and tape right to that tab. And that's gonna close the bottom of our box here. There we go. Okay. And then we're just going to close up the box with that adhesive right in there. Okay. All right, now our top. So we did not do any score lines in the top of our box, but this is very easy to just kind of pinch together to create that fold at the top. Now it won't go down too far because you have that stopper there of the doubled up, but you can just pinch those together and it'll create that little accordion fold right into the box. Now, if you're gonna put candy in it, this is where I'm gonna add my 2 pieces of Hershey's chocolate right in here. And it'll fit right inside. And Now I'm gonna add a little bit of liquid glue right on that corner. It doesn't seem like it wants to stay very well. So if you have liquid glue and you see some pieces that are popping up, you can just add some liquid glue and that'll kind of hold it together, right? Now we're gonna do some hole punching. Now this is just a regular hole punch. Stampin' Up doesn't sell this. I just got this at like a dollar store, office supply store, wherever you want to get a hole punch. And then we're gonna punch 2 holes right in there. So that is the topper. And now we're gonna create this fun little tag. So this is from the Tailored Made Tag dies. These are from our annual catalog. This is what they look like. You get 4 different sizes of 2 different types. Oh, I got them on the wrong side here. Of 2 different types of tags. Now this is perfect for gift giving. So with the holidays coming up, you can make your own gift tags. Now these little dies here are to put on top of the tag. It kind of reinforces that hole on there. So you have 4 different sizes. They're all stitched dies. And these are from our annual catalog. So really fun. I love these little tag dies because they're quick and easy to cut out from the die cut machine. All right, our designer series paper, we have this cute little ghost. We used him last week on one of our projects. Now this size does coordinate with our Halloween builder punch that you can get in the bundle, but it is very easy to fussy cut him out. He's like a big apostrophe comma shape. So if you want to just quickly cut him out, I find sometimes it's easier just to fussy cut than it is to set it up in the punch, and then you're good to go when it is ready. Okay, also I'll be using, this is our white crinkle bind ribbon. Our crinkled seam binding ribbon is the official term. And we're gonna use about 14 inches of ribbon. Now this may seem a lot, but it's because we wanna thread it through both and then have enough to tie our bow. So we're gonna pinch the ribbon so that it will fit through our hole punches here. Same thing on the other side. Oh, it looks like my husband got off the internet because I don't see it lagging anymore. All right, so you're gonna wanna make sure your ribbon is even on both sides. And we're not gonna tie the whole bow yet. We're just going to thread it through once first and tighten it up so it'll hold there. And we're gonna decorate our little tag. So I have from the Cutest Halloween stamp set, we're gonna use this cute little spider. And then the sentiment that says treat yourself. So it's in tuxedo black Memento ink. Very quick and easy to stamp these. Now you want to stamp the spider first because we want to get it in the lower right hand corner here. Our treat yourself sentiment. Now this is just a spare piece of Heather Highland ribbon that I had. Let me just bring it closer so I can see where I'm stamping. So I just use a scratch piece of cardstock here. So I did not put measurements for this on my PDF just because it's just a scratch piece that I have. So I found a scratch piece and then I'm just gonna trim off any excess to make it the size that I want. So just a scratch piece of that paper will work. Okay, get our scraps out of the way, close our ink pad so we don't get this all over our hands. Now I'm gonna start with my treat yourself first because I wanna make sure I've got enough room for that, and then my ghost is gonna go on top. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of liquid glue to the middle of this. It's gonna hang off the side of our tag, and this is gonna go at an angle, and I want it close to the spider to make sure I have enough room for our ghost from the designer series paper. Now with this, I'm using the liquid glue because a tape runner is just, it's too big to get into this little swoosh at the end here. We're gonna thread this through our ribbon, and you may have to like kind of pinch the ribbon to get it through there. And then you just tie a bow. See, I like to have long ribbons just so I can work with it. And then you can pull them to make them bigger, smaller, however you want your bow size to be. And trim the edges at an angle. So this is our first treat package featuring the Cutest Halloween stamp set and the coordinating designer series paper. Such a cute gift to give to somebody. If you want to give this to your mailman, if you want to give this to the UPS guy, I know they've got a lot of packages to deliver lately. I plan to give mine to my UPS guy. He picks up a bunch of packages for me each week. So this is a really fun little treat box. And I like that you didn't even have to do any scoring here at the top to get that little like milk carton little fold. So let me know what you guys think about this one. This can be done with any designer series paper, and it's really fun to have that kind of Halloween treat look to this. But this would be great for even Christmas to put at like the dinner table for each person. You could put one of those little Ghirardelli squares in there. Very fun to create, no matter what holiday is coming up for you. All right. Our next project here, let me grab it. So this one is really fun. It's kind of like an oblong pointed, I don't even know what shape you would call this. But I only had one Reese's left. I may have eaten the rest of them. So this doesn't have any candy in it right now, but it kind of tucks in here to the top, and then you can just slide the candy right in there, and it holds the box together with its shape. So let's go ahead and dive in and make this one now. All right, so we're gonna bring back in our scoreboard, and I created a little template again, but there wasn't enough room to write on this one, so I'm just gonna have to read the measurements to you, and you can find them on the PDF. These are all on the PDF. So I'm gonna use that 6x6 designer series paper, and I'm gonna use this really fun pumpkin and cat look. All right, and this is gonna go this way, so I make sure I'm doing the right way. All right, so 6x6 at the top here, we're gonna score at 2 3/4, 4 3/4, and 5 1/2. Okay, so 2 3/4, 4 3/4, and 5 1/2. Now we're gonna turn clockwise. So we're just gonna do one turn clockwise. So make sure you're gonna go like this. And then we're gonna score at 1, 2, 4, and 5. Okay, and then we're gonna turn back. Now this part is optional. Now I did not do this on my original sample here, but like our last project, we're gonna do kind of the pinching here. Now if you want to have the score lines in there to help this is the optional part. You would score, I have this on here, you'd score at 2 3/8 down to the first score line here, and then 5 1/8 down to the first score line. I am not going to do that part because I found it was very easy to not do it. When I made the sample, I felt like, why do the step if I'm not gonna use it? So we're gonna move our scoreboard off to the side, and we're going to now do some, I wanna make sure that my thing is the right way. Okay, here's my sample. This is what my score lines look like on my designer series paper. You can't see that because it's pattern, but maybe you guys can kind of see it on the back here. So all these white X's is what we're gonna cut off from our designer series paper. So here we've got 3 little X's here. There's 3 little score lines down here. So we're gonna cut this whole section off here. This is why I like to make this little like guide so that I can see what I need to cut. And if I cut the wrong thing, then I'll have to start over. So I wanna make sure that I've got it in front of me so I know exactly where to cut. So we're gonna cut these little tabs off here and here. Cut this whole bottom section off. And my scissors don't fit. There we go. And then the top, same thing, whole section off the top to be able to create this little box. All right, so here's what I cut off. All the X's, so I cut in the right spot. All those X's are gone. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna fold with our bone folder. So we're gonna burnish all of our edges that we can feel. You'll have to feel around just like we did with the last one. So you just wanna feel around here for your score lines. Feel for your score lines. We've got that little tab at the top. That's what's gonna tuck into our bottom and our top of our box. Our score line here, same thing. Basically, it's almost like a mirror image of each side. Okay, so there is our semi part of our box. Now, on Amazon or wherever you like to shop, there you can get a 1/2 inch circle punch, and we're gonna put a little punch. So this is that little notch in the top of the box that creates an easy way to get that topper out. So I'm gonna put this in about halfway in between our first score line and the edge of the paper, and we're only gonna do about 1/2 of the circle. So just a little notch in there to be able to pull that paper out without getting it all stuck in there. Okay, tear and tape adhesive again on our tab. And I'm just gonna run that down our paper here. I love tear and tape because if you make 3D boxes and treat bags, this is probably one of the best adhesives that we have for it. With liquid glue, it can get messy and ooze out if you're using too much. Plus, you have to wait for it to dry. Our Stampin' Seal adhesive, the Seal Plus, is good for it too, but I just like to use our tear and tape adhesive. Very easy, and it's not as wide as our Stampin' Seal Plus too. All right, so we folded our box together, and now we just need to do kind of like the last time where we did that pinching of the top. So if you had put those extra score lines in there, that's where they would have gone, but you can see you really don't need the little extra score lines if you don't have to. Now we're gonna kind of curl our paper a little bit here. I like to take my bone folder, and if you remember doing this kind of as a kid with ribbon and Christmas packages, you just curl the paper so it'll tuck right into the bottom. You kind of have to maneuver it a little bit to fit right in there. Let's see, is it gonna go in? Come on. There we go. And it just fits right in the bottom there with those pinched edges and our bottom score. Now this is where you're gonna put your candy in. So because I only have one Reese's pumpkin left, I am gonna put it in here, and I'm gonna fold over the top of the wrapper just so that it can fit. This is a very small box, so you have to be kind of aware of the candy size that's gonna fit in here. We're gonna pinch that, roll it kind of before. This one I didn't curl because you don't need to curl it as much. You've got that little top notch there to help pull the paper in and out. So our candy box is loaded, and now we just need, let's bring in this. here. And then all you have to do is decorate the outside. Very quick and easy to put these little treat boxes together. I have my everyday label punch, probably one of my favorite punches that we have. We've had this shape for a while, and I love how so many sentiments fit in this. So we've got our basic white cardstock, and we're gonna use, I mean, what other color would you use on this but pumpkin pie? So our trick or treat sentiment in pumpkin pie ink. Now I need to re-ink my ink pad, so I'm gonna try to get as close to the edge where the most ink is as possible. And that's gonna get stamped right in the middle of our punch. Now when I first did this, I was like, wow, that's kind of plain. Like, I think it needs something else to it. So these little faces are from the same package of Designer Series paper. And although they don't have a coordinating punch to go with them, they are very easy, just like the ghost, to fussy cut out. This whole package of paper, I think I like fussy cut basically all the shapes out. I didn't have very much of this pumpkin and cat paper, but I wanted something to contrast that, so these little skull faces are perfect. And they're super cute too. All right, so we've got the smiling one and then this one here. So if you've ever seen the Pixar movie Coco, this paper reminds me so much of that movie. I love that. Tucson is really big in the Dia de los Muertos, and this paper reminds me a lot of all the skulls and different decorations that we have from that. So here, did I copy you from last week? From what, Cindy? I don't remember what. Oh, did you use this on your project? I remember looking at it, but I don't remember what it looks like off the top of my head. But no, I did not. I did this yesterday during my freak out of, I need to do Maker's Monday. Completely forgot about Maker's Monday. I was prepping for my Christmas card class tomorrow, finishing that. And then I have a silver reception that I'm hosting for my team members this weekend. So I was finishing prep for that. So I've got 3 classes this week. So a little crazy over here. All right, our 2 skulls, we're just gonna use Stampin' Dimensionals. Now I'm gonna use mini dimensionals because these are smaller and I want them to be on the box a little bit. They're gonna kind of hang off, so I didn't want to use too big of dimensionals. And we're gonna angle our face there. And I'll have to go back and look at, oh, she cut the skulls. Okay, yeah, I'll have to go back and look at your projects. I know you did it, I just can't remember off the top of my head what they look like. All right, so now we're gonna double up this. This is the black baker's twine. Now this comes in a whole package of other baker's twine, so you actually get 5 different colors in here. You get like gray granite, very vanilla, basic white, basic black, and there's a crumb cake, which I don't have because I used it all. But you get a whole package of these 5 different baker's twines, and baker's twine goes with everything. And you can even color the white with Stampin' Blends. So if you don't have this baker's twine, it has endless color opportunities as well, not just the colors that the package comes with. All right, 2 pieces of twine about 14 inches long. And we're just gonna place that in the middle of our box. Now don't worry, we're gonna shift and shimmy the ribbon around, so even though it looks like I'm gonna do it right over the word trick or treat and you won't be able to see it, it's okay. We're gonna move it around once it is actually on the project. So no bunny ears on this one, just because the twine is a little harder to do with the bunny ears. But we're gonna rotate, and then we're gonna slip the ribbon underneath that skull. So you can still see the word trick or treat, but then the ribbon is kind of tucked up in there and you can still see the whole face and then the whole ribbon plus the sentiment right there. So that is our second box featuring the Cutest Halloween stamp set and coordinating designer series paper to create this little fun, like, I don't even know, triangular box. I don't know what you would call this, but very fun, very easy to create, as you guys can see. So let's bring in our other project from today. And you guys can let me know which one is your favorite. I think I like the little haunted house with the ghost. It's super cute, and then you can fit more different or a variety of candy in it compared to this little smaller box. But I am excited to see what you guys think and which one you like the most. Like I said, both of these can be modified for upcoming holidays. This trick-or-treat box would be perfect on a Thanksgiving table with just a little Thanksgiving candy, and you can change up the sentiments, the designer series paper, and it could be a fall themed project as well. Let me know which one you guys think. I love the haunted house one though. I think that's very, very cute. So let me know in the comments which one you guys think is the best this week. All right, so thank you everybody for joining me for another week of Makers Monday. Now, next week, we're gonna start working on some gratitude projects, and then we're gonna move right into Christmas. Well, Christmas is not for another month and a half. Now is the time to start working on those Christmas cards so that when December rolls around, you will be free of crafting and you can enjoy the holidays. I hope you all have a wonderful week, and I will see you next time. Bye!